Mary J. Blige headlined Madison Square Garden for the first time ever in her career.
Yep.
Mary J. Blige did the hometown stop on her tour, the For the Fans tour, or Thank the Fans tour, something like that. I'm sorry, what?
For my fans.
The For My Fans tour. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, if you couldn't get in the building, there was another way to watch it.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige had a partnership deal with Veeps, a streaming service, and of sorts, and you were able to live stream it for a fee.
Yep.
And so that's what we did. This is not an ad; they didn't pay us, but just telling you how it happened.
They should have paid me to watch it.
Me too. But we'll get to that in a minute. So you were able to see the 1 hour and 48 minutes of Mary J. Blige performance. Once again, that is 1 hour and 48 minutes of Miss Mary J. Thighs.
Exactly.
Okay?
My notes say thighs throughout the notes that I thighs.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to say is, I don't know anybody else personally. Maybe someone else exists, but with these four eyes, I've never seen anyone else squat for so long in high heel boots and not fall. And I don't know how Mary J. Blige does it, but I applaud it and appreciate it.
Mary can move in them boots.
I don't know. Let me be clear. We're going to talk about the choreography, the dance numbers, all of that. But there were multiple times when Mary just squatted in the boots and was chilling like nothing happened. Like she ain't 50 plus.
Because she been doing this. She is not new to this. She is true
Absolutely.
this.
And so I just want to applaud that. I also want to applaud a long career full of hit records.
Yes.
Because I know people like to talk about everybody's hit records and all the records they have, but Mary got records.
Oh, records on records on records.
Yeah. And so I just want to applaud that and applaud what is supposed to be the end of a long career. Because this was allegedly the last album and the last tour.
But then I feel like she pulled that back.
I don't think so. I didn't see that. You saw that?
I feel like they started to change the language around the tour and the album.
Okay, then maybe I missed something.
Usually that means, like, they didn't come out and tell us no. But I feel like initially that's what they said. That's what was being reported. And then that got pulled back. Like, we didn't hear that anymore. If you notice, to promote the tickets, nobody was saying this is Mary's last tour or this is Mary's last album. I feel like they walked that back pretty quickly after it was said.
Okay, well then let me say something. Let me go out on a ledge here.
Okay.
One of probably many ledges tonight.
Yep.
This needs to be Mary's last tour.
Ooh, we're getting right into it, aren't we?
I love Mary. I love Mary. I admire Mary. We share the same birthday. She's gorgeous. She's talented. She's thick and melanated. I love everything about Mary. But as we dive into the review of this MSG concert, I think it will be clear that Mary got to hang up her boots.
Mary got to hang up her boots. That's what you
I think
said?
it's over.
Oh, okay.
I think it's over.
Yeah.
And we'll get into it. We'll break it down, but that's my answer.
Okay.
I don't think Mary's built to be live performing in this capacity. I'm not saying she can't do a pop-up. She can't pull up at a Roots picnic or the new version of Dreamville Festival. I'm not
No,
saying she.
don't put
I'm
that
not
on
saying.
Roots.
I'm not saying she can't do any of those things because she could go to the one night and kill the one night probably. But a tour like this tour, I don't think Mary could do this anymore.
I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you. I may not have put it the way you did, but I do
It's time to
agree
hang it up.
that I do agree that it's challenging for Mary. I also think that maybe what she might need to pivot towards is something like a residency, maybe a little Vegas residency, maybe somewhere else where she can do that sort of thing. She's not traveling all across the globe
I'm just looking up her
to
age.
do
Go
it.
ahead.
I'm also thinking she could do something where she does smaller venues, not MSG, not Wells Fargo Arena. You know what I mean? Like maybe that would be more excuse me.
Bless her.
Maybe that would be more suitable for Mary at this point. I don't want to say that she shouldn't tour anymore or she shouldn't perform
No,
anymore
no, no,
because
no. I didn't say that. I'm saying a tour of this magnitude.
okay. So I'm
Yeah.
agreeing with you that I think that she can do smaller venues. I think intimate would be really good for her because she wouldn't have to move around a whole lot. Imagine if she did a residency at the Blue Note. She could just sit on a stool or something and sing. She could get up for the fast songs, but she's probably going to do stuff that's a little bit more vibey. It's going to be a little bit more curated than this large scale tour. I'm just throwing out a venue. I don't know all the venues across
That's fine. I
different
understand what you're
cities.
saying.
But I throw that out there because it's a smaller venue, it's way more intimate, but people still, go there and look for good talent to be there. So
I got you.
I'm just, kind of like when they had BB King's. I know BB King's isn't open anymore, but like venues like that where it could be intimate, it's not that many people, so the expectations also are different. I think she would be amazing at that. She still I still think that she has it in her, and when I say has it in her, I mean I think she has a passion for it. I think she just looks tired. Like
I don't think she has a passion anymore. I
I
think
think
I
she
think I think the passion for performing has diminished.
it has diminished.
Creativity, I don't know. Clearly she's moving on to executive and artist development and those things. We've spoke about it here before. She's
But
working with Vado, working with Juan Moore, and I said it wrong.
no.
Oh, um, and I think that she's gonna excel there. I'm anxious to see how she does there. I just think it don't look like Mary want to perform.
When I say that she still has a passion for it, I think she still has a passion for what she does. I'm not necessarily saying she loves performing. I'm just saying I could see certain songs when Just Fine came on, she was hyped. Like she was so excited. And that's why I'm like maybe if it's a pared down show, maybe if it's more fine-tuned, less songs, um more intimate, then she can do the stuff she wants to do, the stuff she likes, and then throw away the rest of the show. Just do the thing you want to do. Cause I could see during certain songs she got really excited versus other songs where she's like, oh, they want me to do this shit again.
Let
And
me
that
ask you a question. Oh,
can
finish your thought, please.
and that to me is to be expected. That to me is to be expected when you're doing a tour that is called For My Fans. You're going to end up having to do music that you may not even want to do simply because it makes sense to do so for your fans. And she kept shouting out her day ones. I know my day one's gonna know this. And yeah, there's one song that they said she doesn't. They said she doesn't usually perform 7 days, and she performed 7 days while she was in New York. I don't remember if it was MS. She didn't do it at MSG. She did it at UBS.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you this question: Who
Hmm.
sung more, Mary or the fans?
Oh my gosh, you know I hate that.
This is what I saw all night. Ready?
Hmm.
I'm trying to do it like her, but not drop it.
Hmm.
Who sung more, Mary or the fans?
The fans, clearly,
I don't.
that was the worst
I
part of
don't
the
think.
show, which was
I
most
don't think.
show.
I don't think seeing Mary for 2 hours,
Hmm.
just under 2 hours, and hearing Mary sing less than half of the songs is a good show. And let me be clear, I'm not holding Mary to a standard I don't hold anyone else to. If I go to a show and the artist is not singing their songs, I am going to be upset.
I
I
will
don't
rage.
pay to go to a show or live stream a show where the fans are performing. That's called karaoke, and I hate karaoke. So no, I don't want to pay hundreds of dollars to go see you live karaoke because none of these motherfuckers in the audience can sing. And even if they sing lovely, even if they sing beautifully, I
Mhm.
didn't pay to see them.
Right.
And I didn't pay to see you dance and shimmy all over the stage. That's not what I came here for. Now, I know there's a group of people who are going to say you went for a show. You went to be entertained. And you were entertained.
No, that's no. No.
I
Those people can go.
am not a person who came to see Mary J. Blige dance all over the stage. Now, let me be clear. There are certain artists who you know when you go what is going to be part of the show. Example, Omarion is dancing ass nigga. We know he's going to dance all over the stage. Chris Brown is an acrobatic motherfucker. He going to be flipping,
Hmm.
flying, dancing. I get it.
Hmm.
God bless the dead. The king of pop was going to spin all around that stage, moonwalk and crotch grab for 3 hours if he had to. And what you was going to hear the most that night was hee hee. And that's okay. Now, I have seen Mary J. Blige live twice before.
Hmm.
I saw her when she was on tour with Jay-Z. Saw her when she was on tour with Nas. This show did not look anything like those shows. This show was not about singing. This show was about entertaining. This show was about running through her whole catalog, including the new stuff.
Hmm.
But this show was not about singing. The other shows I saw, and maybe I was privileged to see Mary earlier in her career, and maybe I got lucky when I went.
Hmm.
But I saw Mary sing her ass off and show true passion on the stage. At Madison Square Garden, that's not what I saw.
Well, I took
I saw a woman who
extensive
did
notes.
not want to sing. I saw a woman who barely sung. I saw a woman whose gold microphone made her sound like she was gargling. And I saw a woman who tried to use inflection tricks to to show off, but really to hide that possibly she can't hit the notes anymore.
She can't. She can't. I took extensive
Because I
notes.
don't know when Mary J. Blige became a reverend, but all of a sudden the notes that we love and know completely changed to church chanting gospel stuff. I don't know how that happened, but instead of singing "No More Pain" and holding the note, it became "No more, no more." I said no more. What
You
the
don't
hell
think
is
that
that?
was? You don't think that was similar to how she originally did it? I think it's
There was a
supposed
lot.
to sound churchy.
There was a lot of
I
that
think it's supposed to
throughout the
sound like
night.
gospel.
There was a lot of that throughout the night, not just on No More Pain. I mean, not just on No More Drama. I will let it slide on No More Drama because of what you're saying. But there is a note that is held in all Mary J. Blige songs. She holds notes. We did not hear a lot of note holding. That's number one. Number two, when it did get held, it did not sound good. And I don't know about your experience, but I'm gonna tell you, I had earbuds in the whole time. So I was hearing very crystal clear sound all up in my ear. I wasn't watching it on TV. Unfortunately, I was not home to put it on my surround sound speakers, but I'm glad I didn't because maybe they would have broke.
All right, so I took notes. So I want to
Take it
respond
away.
to some of the things that you said, but I took notes, so I'm gonna refer
Take
to
it
my
away.
extensive notes. As far as the notes go,
Yep. Talk to me.
I do agree that Mary. First of all, okay, let's talk about her having the fans sing because you said that first. There's nothing I hate more. There's nothing. There's nothing I hate more than an artist who won't sing their songs when they're performing live. I hate it. I hate it. It is a waste of the consumer's money. It
And it's
just
okay to have crowd participation.
yes, yes, but that's not what
But
I'm talking about.
I just want to make that clear to the audience because I know this is going to be seen by random folks as well, not just our core teeny tiny audience who we love and appreciate, by the way.
We appreciate y'all so
I
much.
know other people are going to see this, so I just want to be clear that we're saying there's a difference here. There's a difference between when I say hip, y'all say hop, hip, hop, hip, hop. That's fine. We ain't talking about that. We talking about when Mary said, no more.
Drama.
I said,
No more. Okay, we got it.
okay.
So, all right. Well, I do have a note here that I don't remember at what point in the show this was, but it said, "I don't care who the artist is. Never in my life will I ever knowingly pay to go sing the songs for an artist at their concert." And I mean that. Oh, I also said F that. Just because we know the song doesn't mean we have to sing it. And it's so true. Just, that was actually right before A Boogie came out. But I feel like, why are you doing this? This is upsetting to me. This is very upsetting. This is very frustrating. I don't want to sing your songs for you. I don't. And you know
Not
what?
all
I
night,
didn't pay to
man.
go. So it's fine.
And not all night.
No. And you are headlining Madison Square Garden. We don't want to sing your songs for you. We shouldn't have to. That's one thing. Then what really ground my gears, okay? When we got to Sweet Thing, which I love Sweet Thing. Sweet Thing is like one of my favorite R&B songs. And I know Shaka Khan, I know. I love when they both sing it. I love when Shaka sings it. I love when Mary sings it, usually. Okay? I'm going to just read my notes because I feel like my notes are indicative of exactly how I was feeling in that moment when I saw this. So I put Sweet Thing as my shit. Mary, please sing it yourself. Where is Shaka? She would have killed it. Because, I mean, where
Right.
was Shaka? Love to perform still, don't she? I feel like she would have been cool with doing the song. I don't know, but I don't know what type of relationship they have.
Well,
And then I put
Shaka said years ago she don't want nobody singing her songs. None of them could sing it good. They be fucking up her songs.
You right. And then she proceeds to tell the fans, if you love Shaka Khan, like I love Shaka Khan, hit them notes. Girl, is you smoking?
Yes.
And they're proceeding not to sing?
Correct.
For like a long time. This is what got me too. This really blew me that it was long periods of time where she wasn't singing.
That's what I'm saying.
Mary, what is you doing?
Stealing our money.
That just doesn't feel right to me. And I really wanted to. I know you saw it before me and you were like, man, I can't wait. Can't wait till you see it. And I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna like it. You know, it's Mary. I love Mary. I know she been having some issues, but I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. And honestly, like, yeah, did she kind of try to bring it home in the last 30 minutes? Sure. But Mary, you can't get up there. You can't have people pay hundreds of dollars to sing your songs.
And let me tell you what was the worst part of the night for me.
Hmm.
I thought it was going to be the best part of the night. She brought out Neo.
He did Do You. I have that here too. One of my favorite Neo songs is Do You.
She brought out Neo.
Hmm.
And they were supposed to be doing Do You remix.
Yes.
You see, the problem is, and I say this all the time about all the rappers who want to sing, it might sound good to you and your fans until you get next to a person who could really sing and they really sing next to you, and you sound like absolute shit. And that's what happened. Neo came out and he sang his ass off. And Mary was up there struggling. Mary was up there sounding like she don't even know how to drink tea, like she don't know what honey is. Like she forgot the whole take care of your throat package.
She sounded like she had maybe a sore throat or something, right? Like
She
her throat
sounded
was dry or
she
something.
sounded terrible.
I just
And Neo sounded beautiful. Neo sounded like in the cartoons when they go to heaven and the gates open and it goes,
I
"Ah."
need to see Neo live.
And Mary was there sounding like Oscar the Grouch or something.
Yeah, something was definitely up with her voice. I don't want to do too much on that
That
front.
broke that
Like
broke
we
my
know Mary
heart,
can
man.
sing, but
To
it's
hear
like
Mary sound like that while Neo was sounding like that simultaneously, these two opposite ends of the spectrum. Oh, that broke
yeah.
my heart, man. I actually turned off the stream. I said, I can't. I gotta come back. I turned off the stream a lot of times, but that was one of the times. I
Mm,
took a long break before I came back.
yeah. To me she sounded unwell and like not not sick, but she sounded her voice sounded like something was wrong there. Not I didn't take it as Mary can't sing or anything like that. I just took it as, oh, what's going on with something's wrong. It was almost like something was wrong, but she couldn't cancel the performance. It felt like that to me. Like there was more to that story, which is why I'm trying to give her grace as far as her voice goes and her vocals go, because my guess is she wasn't feeling great and did the performance anyway, which
Mhm.
artists sometimes have to do. It
You're
costs
right,
a lot of money to reschedule, it costs a lot of money to cancel.
especially when you're flying across the stage on a crown.
She was flying across the stage.
I hated that.
You know,
I
I'm
wanted
gonna
to
say
like this Mary concert so bad, but I really disliked so much of it.
I'm gonna say what we're not saying.
Say it.
I mean, I put it in my notes. I don't need to read the notes verbatim, but I did put it in my notes, and what I will do is reference the part that made me say it. So Mary at some point towards the end they play TV off and they do a little dance to TV off and she goes mustard and all of that. What are you doing, Mary?
I
What are
don't
you
know.
doing?
I kept asking myself that the whole night.
So here's what I think. And I hate that they did this. And something tells me that this is not necessarily Mary's idea, but Mary's handlers probably said, this is what we got to do. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was her idea. I don't know. But I want to believe that somebody said, well, you've got to keep up with the Joneses, you know, and the younger folks are flying across the stage and they're doing all this dancing and You know, they're infusing, you know, hip hop songs in the middle of their shows and things like that. And because even some of the transitions I did not like. Some of the transitions were actually really bad, in my opinion. Like how they got to A Boogie with the hoodie, that was weird. That didn't sound right.
Nobody's mic worked except Neo's.
Right. She had to actually run and give Fab her mic because his wasn't working. But hers sounded like it wasn't really working that well before she gave it to him.
Yeah.
Sound is not always the fault of the artist. So,
No, I agree.
you know, that's why I didn't really say too much about that. But it does it does disrupt the experience, right?
Yeah.
So you're right for bringing that up. But I just feel like Mary was trying to keep up with the Joneses. I feel like Mary was trying to, in her own way, do what some other people do. I will not, and I said while I was watching this, one thing I will not do here during this time is bring up any other artist's name. I'm not going to do that to Mary. Normally I would.
I know what you're saying.
Normally I would, but I'm not going to do that to Mary. I love Mary too much. Like I grew up on Mary. My dad was a huge Mary fan. My mom is a huge Mary fan. Like we had all the out, you know, my dad did BMG music. You know, we had all the CDs that, you know, you get the 12 CDs for a penny.
Right.
So we had
House.
we had all of Mary's albums. Like we were very much a Mary J. Blige household.
Right.
So I have so much love and respect for her as an artist that I don't want to do her like that. But I do feel like somebody said, well, you see what your girl over there is doing, and you see what so and such is doing, and we gotta compete. But you don't, because you're married, and we didn't ask for that. We didn't ask for you to fly around the room. We didn't ask for. I think there was so many things that they could have tweaked so that she would be more comfortable.
Right.
Even with the slower songs, give her a stool, let her sit down.
The background singers were phenomenal.
Oh, I was waiting to get to that. They are so good. They are better than her.
They sounded great.
They sounded better than her.
There are more reasons why it sounded bad.
Your background
because while Mary was struggling, every song they were killing it.
They were so good. They were so good. And when she introduced them, they were even better. I was like, whoa. Have one of them come up and sing these songs then.
I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, no, I hate that it wasn't great. I wish it was so much better. I wish that I had seen Mary live at some point during her career. I have seen Mary live. Let me correct myself, but I have not seen Mary do like a full show of her own.
Gotcha.
So, but I have seen her perform live. And it's even worse when you're at a taped show because they literally keep singing the same song over and over again until they get the tape. So it's not the same experience. She sounded great, but it's not the same experience. Yeah, I really wish that I had seen that. I wish that I had been to one of those shows. I wish that I had been to one of the shows you had been to, because I know that she's been able to bring it in the past.
Absolutely.
I don't have any question about that. It's just disappointing that this is
sorry. Yeah, I apologize.
It's just disappointing that this is how it's going. And I want so badly for her to, or for them to adjust the show to what she can do today, because I think that's fine. I think everybody would be like, oh, it's fine. And honestly, a lot of people said, people who were there or people who were at other shows so far, people have been saying they had a blast and they had an amazing time and they loved it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
Okay.
Just keeping it a buck.
Hmm. And Mary, another thing. Oh, I have it here. Terrible transition to the dancery.
Um,
Mary, Mary.
at one point, was Mary was not even singing; she was rapping her songs.
Oh, so I did write down that Mary was rapping better than she sang.
Yeah,
That is a fact. But when she transitions to the dancery, I get upset because there's no ad libs.
no
That
ad-libs.
song, that song, the ad libs are a huge part of that song.
No singing, no ad-libs, rapping.
She just said, forget what I did on the track. And I get it. I understand that when someone does a live show, it's not always going to sound exactly like the track you heard. And that's not what I was expecting. So please don't come in our comments and tell me about
Yeah, they probably
the
will because
arrangement of
they
music.
probably won't even get this far.
Because I actually like the way some of the music was arranged.
Mhm.
I think that the arrangements were, a lot of them were really good. Um, Especially again because the background singers are so good that the arrangements were, to me, they were perfect. Like whoever worked with them, it just suited their voices so well, and I felt like it didn't feel like the arrangements were too far away from what we know. It was enough of a change, but close enough that you didn't feel like, kind of like how people feel when there's another artist who tours and people get so angry at the way her music is arranged today. It wasn't like that to me. To me, it was like, oh my gosh, I love this. And I think that is a part of a good tour too. Having the right band, having the right background singers, being able to arrange the music in a way that's new and interesting, but it still stays true to what we know.
Right,
They did that really well. She did that really well.
I agree with
Um,
that.
but yeah, I wanted it to be, I wanted it to be so much better. But yeah, it wasn't my
But it
favorite thing
wasn't.
to watch.
It was hard to get through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I started to get distracted about halfway through. I was like, okay. I was multitasking, I was doing other things. I think I was just frustrated with watching it, waiting for, and it does improve over time, right? So the beginning was,
abysmal.
yeah. Towards the end, it's way better. It's like she found her footing at some point during the show because she definitely has more energy. Um, or rather, I should say, she was more energetic. Um, she seemed more confident in trying to pull some of those notes. And maybe part of it was, okay, you're not feeling great, so you're gonna have to kind of phone it in up to a certain point, and then
And this strong.
end it strong. Maybe that was a
Mhm.
strategy. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah. Shout out to Mary though and her thighs.
Oh, what was your favorite outfit?
The red.
Okay.
The red. I thought the red was cute, and I really liked the pink fur coat. I did not like what was underneath it, but I loved the pink fur coat. Reminded me of my leopard coat, but it was pink
Illegal leopard.
and probably real. So
Right.
my leopard coat is not. Um, I do have some rabbit fur, but don't come for me. So
PETA.
I've never worn that on the pod. But anyway, it was it was what it was. I'm glad we watched it so we could talk about it. I've been saying to you for a while since her tour started that I think we might have to have a conversation about Mary. But I'm glad we didn't have that conversation until we saw it for ourselves.
Yeah, that I agree with because the clips are never really a good representation of the full show.
Yeah.